Hey.
What's happening?
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Morning.
Good evening.
Yeah,
night.
it's something. Good night. Good night is correct. I'm tired.
You're
I've
tired?
taken naps the last 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just not good. So
Not good, huh?
very tired still.
Well, maybe it's the low carbs.
It could be. It could be the low carbs. It could also be the low sleep. You definitely got more sleep than I did. I know
Because
that.
I'm smarter.
I don't know about smarter, but you just got more sleep than me. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't get no sleep, but I didn't get a lot of sleep, so, it was
I
okay.
mean, you had the same opportunities I did.
I don't know what that means, like, there's 24 hours in the day, I understand that, but, I was running, 60% more classes than you.
You also had a choice not to do that as well.
Well, those are there's always choices, and, sometimes you make the wrong ones, sometimes you make the right ones, I don't know.
Well,
So,
happy post Snowbirds.
yeah, Mary,
Welcome, everyone.
I'm not in that ballroom anymore.
Really?
I don't know, dude. Like, I'm happy to leave there after a while. Someone says you're a snorer, and I will say he's not a
No,
snorer.
I'm not.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I
you
didn't.
keep the comments to yourself over there?
Yeah, I like that. The peanut gallery. Um, I'm not going to say you wear a Darth Vader mask.
No, I do. I have sleep apnea. However, uh, I'm not as bad as what I used to be because having the mask and stuff, you actually learn to breathe through your nose when you're sleeping instead of through your mouth. And so most times, even if I don't wear the mask, I'm good. But yeah. Not entertaining. Is not what you want to hear.
Just I didn't. The whole you learn to breathe through your nose bit. That was just my mind was imploding while you were saying
Well,
it.
I mean, when you sleep, because when you sleep, you're kind of unconscious of how you breathe or take in air. And if you learn to, because when you have a machine, you can't breathe through your nose and your mouth at the same time. It doesn't work. So you only
No,
have to go through. Yeah. So you have to breathe through your nose. So it forces you to breathe through your nose. So therefore, because it's always pushing air in, and therefore that's how it works. So then after a while, you just learn to sleep by breathing through your nose.
could there be other ways you could learn how to do that? Like a ball gag? Could that also teach you how to do it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like
Ball
a
gag.
dirty sock pushed up in there?
Yeah. I know you could bring out the gimp too. Yeah. That's why
Oh,
he was sleeping. Yeah.
yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah. So, but no, when I don't really snore, um, especially when I have the machine, and so yeah. So that's why FJ rooms with me. Otherwise, we wouldn't probably room together.
No, I think we would. Why not? Sure.
I don't know.
Especially if you go to, you start going to all the events again, unlike most gentlemen racers that only kind of go, then
I'm
makes it
still a
easy.
gentleman racer.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know many gentlemen racers that run 3 classes and make 3 A mains.
I'm just a really good one.
The only way I could make more A mains than you is by running more classes and just praying some of them would work.
Well, I mean, I think we did it. I think between the two of us, 7 A mains, 2 BQ screws, we did really well.
No, I'm very happy. Like I was looking through some of the results earlier today, and I've never had a Snowbirds where I've qualified top 10 in everything I've run. So
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. And look. Even
Yeah.
here we go.
Pissing greatness.
And also the bromance. Yeah, bromance. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. All right. So, anywho,
I don't know, where do you want to start?
uh,
We got so much to cover.
do we?
Oh yeah,
Do we?
because I mean, there's been some post controversy.
Controversy.
Yeah, post race or opinions, I should say.
Well, I think we should. I think that could be a whole other show.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Uh,
I
you kind of go from how your weekend went. I go from how my weekend went. We could talk about Larry failing. I mean, there's
God, wow. So I think the thing that my takeaways from the race weekend. As always, it's good to have friends. It's also good to have a loving and understanding wife who is okay with me leaving her for racing, even though it's her birthday.
good job.
All right. And then, I think it's okay to fail a little bit, and but in general, like I told this to a lot of people, and if I'm not sitting there laughing and having fun, then I'm not going to go anywhere again. Like I won't be there. So importantly is you got to have some fun, and so I'm happy that definitely happened. So those are kind of like the things that hit me the best. I don't know. What about you?
Oh, I had a grand old time. You know, I really like the Snowbirds race. I like the format of the race. I like the competition. I like that everyone kind of comes together and merges into one central area in Florida. Um, there, I think that the format, again, I talked about it. I think the format's great. I like how there's breaks and I like how there's busy periods, and I like how you still have time to work on your thing, work on your car. You can still get something to eat. You can, be social. Uh, so I like all those aspects. I mean, drinking is encouraged, if not uh, um,
Recommended.
recommended. Yeah. I think that although, I mean, there's not a lot to hate about Snowbirds, like overall, and how the race is.
Yeah, no, I think the hardest
I
part for a
mean,
lot.
there's always tweaks and there's always improvements and there's things that can be done, but for the most part, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I like it, and that's why I keep on going back. And like, there's a few things I would love to do differently myself.
Yeah,
Like realistically,
not run 5 classes.
no, I would like to run more classes.
Oh,
Um, I would like to run oval, but I also want to sleep,
yeah,
and I also want to go out and do other things other than just the event. So all of those things, are there. There's a balance here. I do think I did some of the things right for me though. Like if I were to run oval,
yeah.
I'd probably have it mimic how I ran mod 12 scale. All right. I ran mod 12 scale by running, I ran twice. I ran 2 qualifiers and that was it. And I think mod oval would be very similar, like, or any oval, not mod oval, because mod oval and me, that would be really funny.
That
But
probably would go well.
it probably wouldn't be as bad as some of those guys. But, in general, it's okay to not be in the fast qualifier. And it's okay to like learn the craft a little bit while your other people are doing their damn thing. And sadly, like, there was it looked like yet another mod oval race got ruined by traffic. Although it was pretty clean for like the first minute and a half or two. I think Dom got taken out by traffic. And
That happens.
yeah, it happens. So usually what happens is in the first 2, 3 full laps,
Laps.
there's
Yeah.
destruction. and that didn't
Yes.
happen. But yeah, it is what it is. There was another race where someone someone who's already booked his room. His car got beat up on the first corner, or maybe the second corner. So yeah, it's always kind of interesting. But yeah. And whoever this is, they are right. We are some seriously handsome bastards.
Totally agree. Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
But
I think that Snowbirds is kind of what you want to make it. If you just want to go down and have a good time and be in Florida and do Florida shit and also race an RC car, you can do that. If you want to make it serious and make it, spend all day at the track working on your stuff and getting it dialed in, you can do that. You can be somewhere in the middle on that. You can have, you just run the last 2 qualifiers or whatever you want to do. I mean, we know a guy that came from New York and only ran 1. He only got up in time to run 1.
who was that? Ray?
Yeah.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah. So
Anything's possible.
Yeah, anything's possible, and so I think that's what makes the race, definitely a must do or a must go to. Yeah, and look, there are negatives to it. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a whole week of work. It's it's a grind. It's all those things are totally true.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know that going in,
Yeah.
then how can you complain about it? And it's funny is the people that complain about it are the people that go there every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's so long and this and that. Well, don't come. Like, seriously, you know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's kind of one of those things. But, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your performance overall?
I'll give myself a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
What would you have liked to have done better?
If if I didn't screw myself multiple times, that would have been good.
Yeah.
I was 10th in stock touring and 10th in super stock 12th. Both of them were only by just a C hair, just a little different. I would say,
well done. Me high.
Yeah.
Oh, we got scores on the. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Everyone's got the jokes. You like it. I think me trying a bunch of Hail Marys at the event. Like, I showed up with a chassis I'd never run before on a touring car. And then promptly a day or two later, swapped that out with another chassis that I've never run on the touring car. Those were kind
of a lot of chassis swaps, man.
Yeah, those are kind of suicidal. I also I put down a 12 scale car that I'd never seen before and never ran before, and was afraid to break because we didn't have a lot of parts. And plus, I didn't even plan on running 12 scale to begin with.
You should tell the people the only reason why he decided to run 12 scale is that he was cleaning out his garage and he found some tires.
No, I had to find tires because of the other thing that was happening. So yeah, and otherwise I was going to run all BSR rimmed stuff and just
Also, you bought tires because of.
No, I didn't buy tires. I found some tires, but I wanted to run Jayco tires. Yeah. But I had some BSRs, and I was going to mix it up between classes. Blah blah blah. And but yeah, I found enough tires, and I was like, all right, well, I can run all these. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I just said, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, and look, Donnie's being positive. Don't sell myself short. Yeah, I would say in general, though, I think I drove okay, which is usually the problem.
Well, I think that driving there becomes a problem because you just can't. You're tired. You got to stay mentally sharp.
Yeah, no, I wasn't tired while driving.
Yeah.
That was good. It was just mostly like, you know, chasing the track with rubber cars really sucked.
Yeah, I didn't envy anyone. I mean, the people who ran touring car, my hat's off to you because the links and efforts that everyone was going to get their cars to get around the track was unprecedented. I think
Yeah.
it was definitely a lot of shenanigans, a lot of try hard, a lot of experimenting. It was it's nothing that I really would ever want to take part in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, like, because the track keeps changing and you never know kind of what's gonna happen. Um, the one like the first experiment I had in touring car was a 3 mil thick chassis for the 800R.
Yeah. Was
I
that not that bad though?
Oh, it was good until it wasn't.
Oh,
It was like really good, and then it wasn't. So by when I say it wasn't, what ended up happening was grip came up, and then the chassis was flexing too much.
you still think it was flexing too much?
Oh, that's all it could be because like no setup change would help do whatever was going on, and ultimately there was other variables like we brought some thin top decks and all this other crap, and even later in the week with the thinner metal chassis that I tried, and even my mod car with just like this sort of standard automatic chassis that we've had cut out, I felt like by the main that car was even becoming suspect to like a weird or an overly large front flex, and that car had a 1.6 front top deck on it, and so basically in the A main, maybe the first or second lap when I could finally go full speed into the sweeper, the car nearly spun out on me just entering the sweeper. And yeah, we were doing whatever we could to kind of like, make the car into like a wet noodle to generate more grip. But then you'd get past like this knife edge of where it flexed too much. And then, you would just basically be hanging on.
Hmm.
And it was
Yeah,
really hard to understand when it was going to happen too. So,
right.
um,
It
yeah,
was one of those things at the beginning of the morning practice, you were good, but by the time you got to where you're going to qualify,
yeah,
no bueno.
yeah.
All right.
So,
I can
um,
say from a 12 scale perspective, or a 12 scale only perspective, um, I don't know if things really changed too much, at least for me. Um, I never really I glued the same the whole weekend. I never changed the glue program. Um, the only thing I thought is that as we ran more, the bike kind of came up,
yeah,
um, and I had to do some things to kind of get the car to continue to carry some corner speed. But overall, it wasn't. It didn't feel. It felt. I kind of felt that it felt similar to what the Worlds was as far as a foam tire grip level.
I thought it was
Because
better than the
because
world.
the way I did some things and the way I tuned the car was okay. I know what this happened at the Worlds to me, and so therefore I'm going to come prepared for that to happen here, and I did, and I think it fared fairly well for me. So I was basically making sure that the car was going to be closer to what the cars were at Worlds, and I did.
Yeah, the the big things. So what I ended up doing in foam. Um, some people know or heard that there's a prototype Osmax 12 scale. Yes,
I
it's
have no
true.
idea what you're talking about.
It's true. We're not going to talk about it other than saying yes, there is. There were a few of them at the event. Donnie was very successful with one of them in mod, and but yeah, we had them racing in stock, super stock, and mod, just so that we could figure out what's going on. All right, and hell, like I ran it in super stock, qualified 10th. Missed ninth place by 0.8 of a second over Andrew Knapp. I hear he's not a bad driver. Last I looked, so I'm kind of okay with it. And in that last qualifier, it's still like the thing that always happens at Snowbirds, dude, where you got to run that fourth qual, and the fourth qual is generally the fast one, unless you're Donnie and you almost have a lap on the field already. Yeah, you got to do that last one. And so the reality is like the one thing I probably would love to see at Birds, but it might change how it feels, is I would love to see qual points, because you could almost just not run any of the other qualifiers and just make sure your stuff's good for round 4.
I mean, I think they could do it there. It wouldn't be a bad thing because it wouldn't take any extra effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Best 2 out of 4.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it would be good because, but then again, like you could also be having a terrible run of things and just pull it out of your ass, and figure out something.
Yeah.
That I know this guy, he wants seating.
There was seating.
There was seating on past attendance.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's more like here's your medal of courage that you've shown up already. That's all.
Yeah, but still, there was seating.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't seating. It's past attendance. Like you could say, well, dude, Larry won stock 10 years ago or 11 years ago. He should seat up front. But that's not real either. So, because in 10 years, people get either slower or faster. It's bound to happen.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, the thing's always hard. This race is always hard. You got to keep pushing, and the practice is always a little wacky. Like collectively, we need to find a way to, like, for on road, we need to build the pan car line and we need to build the touring car line.
Well, I think with that is that you need to have, so an oval, they have a person who sits down there and he orchestrates the practice. And we don't have, Boylan doesn't have that person to do it for on road.
Yeah.
And unless somebody wants to just sit there and volunteer to do it, they don't have it. And so no one wants to get up at 5 a.m. and orchestrate practice. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to do it. Whereas an oval, the dude's up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, he's already had lunch and his coffee, and yeah, I'll sit here and orchestrate practice for you guys. Not a problem. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. They just don't have the body or person willing to do it.
Here's a fiery comment: 0 improvements in 10 years. Yeah, that's a little rough, but yeah, it's similar. I wouldn't say there'd been 0 in 10 years. This was the first year where, in a long time, we had return of open motor 17.5 12 scale. And the last few years it had been Can-Am. Actually, the last 5 years it had been Can-Am, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, maybe 6 years it had been Can-Am.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was interesting too, like how fast, like I don't, how close 17.5 really, was to 13.5. Like they weren't that far apart.
The new 17.5 motors are beastly. They are very fast. Like a good 17.5 motor is as fast as like an average hobby wing 13.5 in 12 scale.
Yeah, I could see that.
So yeah, I don't know. Definitely like that class is kind of getting fast in general. Not like too fast or anything. Not like dump a mod car fast because you're in the trim all the time.
But I like open motor 17.5. I mean, I really do. I had a lot of fun in that class. Okay. Obviously I ran well. I qualified the best in that class, but still, it's really gotten to like, it kind of reminds me of the 13.5 speeds of old.
Yeah.
like 2017 speeds, right? I think they're more similar now. 13.5 is so, or 17.5 is more similar to what 13.5 was in 2017 or so before. So
Yeah, but that's also kind of troubling because the slow class is now a whole class up faster.
right. No, I get it. And I think we're only a year away, maybe 2, to where we start seeing a 21.5 12 scale class show up.
We already
That
have
is,
one called GT12.
yeah, but it's going to be a foam version. So
Yeah.
but in any case, um, I think one of the highlights that you're forgetting to miss about your 13.5 performance is that you went 0 for 4 against me. You seem to gloss over that fact that I pretty much owned you all weekend.
We went, I think it was 0 for 5 because I wasn't in the main.
Right. Yeah. So
all right.
I was just being nice and just saying 4.
Yeah. And I would say that I had to do like an entire electronic swap out for Q4. But even then, with a bunch of new stuff in my car and borrowed stuff, whatever stuff, you still beat me. So yes,
and let's not forget, you had the world champion mechanic working on your car all weekend.
Well, more like just trying to keep me from breaking it all weekend. Yes, correct.
Yeah, I think he was doing some setup work.
Yeah. But so the things I could say about me breaking cars, we're just not going to say. Right. And yeah, it is what it is.
Anyway, so yeah, again, another race. You might give me once a year.
Hey,
but okay, that's it.
Hold on, you've started the year with the 1. All right, there you go. We'll see how many more you get. All right.
Oh, there's gonna be 2 more at the end of the month.
Let's see, buddy. All right, bring it.
Oh, I'm bringing it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know you.
It's brought.
You'll try. It's fine. But yeah,
anyway, I just want to mention. I just want to get that in there before you, because you were just going to gloss over like it never happened.
Nope. I'm admitting it. It's fine. Yeah. So, I am moderately happy with in my mod classes. Within a rounding error, I outqualified the super stock TQ. I looked at my mod TC, and I was on the same second as lap and second as the super stock car. I got beat by like about 0.4 or something. So that's not bad. And I did beat.
Not good either.
Well, fuck you. And I did beat the 13.5 12 scale time of Donnie with my mod car, which again I was happy about. Even when I thought it was dumping, and it really wasn't dumping, I was just afraid that it was dumping because it was only the second time I was trying to go for 8 minutes.
Yeah,
and that car still had 1,000 milliamps in the battery.
Yeah, that thing didn't actually look horrible.
Oh, those first Q3 and Q4, it felt amazing.
Like, where'd that come from?
It was the first chassis that I put a sticker on at Worlds. I didn't touch the car. I put electronics back into it.
Yeah.
Tweaked it, made it get the right weight, put a battery in, and I sent it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it didn't look half horrible. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And
well, I mean, Q3, it didn't look great, but Q4, yeah, it actually looked decent.
I was going for P6 if I didn't back off at the end. I just didn't want to dump.
Right.
So P6, imagine me P6. That's crazy.
Oh, those are a lot of people thankful.
Yeah. Well, and the flip side is, but I knew the car wasn't. I didn't run morning practice with the car because we only
Right.
had an hour to go through stuff. And
That's a funny story too.
what? Because you didn't know this?
I didn't know this.
Okay, well, yeah. Anyway,
Usually I'm not there on Sunday, or at least I haven't been there on Sunday for the last 2 years. And so Sunday practice came around in the morning, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, we only got an hour."
yeah. So I would say it would probably make sense to still have 2 hours on Sunday in the morning.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, because like some people are trying to run tires in and do all this stuff. So I was on Saturday night, um, the Bryans in the Usmax team, Card and Bussy, they threw random wholesale changes at my cars. Some things worked, some things, yeah, maybe not. And I was basically running those in the morning, just trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
right.
And I didn't get around to running Mod 12 practice, and I don't think I timed my sauce
Well,
right.
they really only have for Mod 12 scale, you get 1 5-minute session at the very end. That's it. Because you
Yeah,
really can't practice at any other point in time.
you can if you're a baller, like if you're really good, you can, and you're lucky and you don't hit a VTA car, you're fine.
Yeah. Or
But
some F1 spins out in front of you or whatever. Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's kind of suicidal to try. And but I just ran out of time. I physically didn't have enough time because it's not like you just put it down 5 minutes before. You got to do tire prep. It's like a
Yeah.
30+ minute process. I didn't
Yeah.
have time for it.
Yeah.
So in the A main, I ran. The car just wasn't right. It pushed like crazy, and I was like, I'm gonna pull this car before I fuck up this race.
Right.
And I'm happy I did that.
Right.
And I wasn't the guy who fucked up the race. Because I was thinking, I was like, man, I might have to throw somebody off this fucking stand right now if Donnie loses. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's just a struggle sometimes when you
So you
try to
got
do.
to watch Donnie deliver a win.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had stepped back too because it was real
Yeah.
tight up there.
Yeah.
Um, there was no reason to crowd everybody
No.
as we were. So I saw most of it. I couldn't see the bottom right-hand corner.
Right.
But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to out who the blue car was. They knew who they were. They thought they were racing with Joe Trandell at the time because Donnie and Joe had the same Flow yellow cars, different bodies, but like at speed, you can't tell a perfect 10 body versus an M20. There's no way you can tell that.
I can tell that.
Okay, you can, but most people at speed can't tell that. At mod speeds, no, they're fucking.
I know.
Okay, sure. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, but like I don't know what happened. I think I did speak with Bruno a little bit after that race, and he said his car just pushed like crazy. So he was the pole sitter, and I think his car it didn't set right, and so he pretty much fell to the back. I think he finished 5th or 6th, and so
Yeah.
by like lap 2 or 3, Donnie was in 1st, and I saw him coming up on me. I'm like, my car can hardly get around the track right now. I'm like, I'm going to get this thing out of the way before I become the guy who ruins this race.
Yeah, good call. Thank you. Everyone was much appreciated.
Probably, and realistically, when you're in the mixer heat of Mod 12 scale, you can drive like as reckless as you want because like you're like, I'm not going to screw up these other guys, and I'm likely not even going to get past.
Yeah.
But when you're in the heat with
guys.
World champions or guys who've qualified in the A at the Worlds and whatever, you want to throw them a little bit of respect. You're there to kind of make sure a few other chuckleheads aren't in the heat. And eventually you sit there, then, you do more than just, circulate. you get to the point where you're racing. Like I remember a few years ago, Kemp and I both pulled our cars in the Mod 12 skill A main, and we watched.
Yeah.
And Kemp TQs the Worlds. So I think based upon that trajectory, I'm going to TQ the next Worlds.
Where? In Mars?
China. In China. Yeah.
In China?
Yeah. I'll be just like Kemp. Just same thing. Same.
I don't think so.
I'll get the New Balances and everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I think there's probably a 9-year-old over there that'll probably pretty much school you.
What sort of 9-year-old? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, there's probably a 9-year-old over there that right now we've never heard of.
It could be.
Yeah.
They're growing them right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bubble boys.
Yeah. He's in the driver development program. He's got ribbons of shame.
Oh yeah, ribbons of shame.
And he's gonna forego those one day and break out.
Yeah,
he's just gonna lay it down on you.
Yep. Yeah, could be. Anyway, I doubt it, but could be. I still think top of the heat. That's where I'll be. I actually think honestly, next time at Worlds, there was way.
Are
less
you gonna run Mod 12 scale the next Worlds?
If I go, yeah, there was way less competition, way easier. So. Way easier, dude. I think I could have put it into the A at Worlds in mod if it wasn't for those curbs. The curbs would have put me in the Q main, even though there was only like 20 drivers. But
no way would you have made the A main this year.
Yeah, totally. I think so.
Oh my God.
Yep.
What is in that Celsius?
It's good stuff. It's already gone.
Oh my God.
Very tasty. Here we go.
There is no effing way.
Could have happened. Could have happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Now we're off of
Crazy Town. Yeah.
Crazy Town here. So, one thing I did want to, hopefully, I want to bring this up and just in hopes that someone hears it. That's connected with the Wyndham Resort. But can we fix the fucking light bulbs?
Sure.
Dude, there was more bulbs out than there were on in the ceiling.
Well, it's going to cost more next time.
I would like Boylan, if he can try to pull this off, is like, hey, we're not going to sign a contract and we're not going to come back until you put some lights in. Because it was bad. Like, it was really bad this year. It was like noticeably bad. And I think I don't know how much it would have helped, but I think it would. Anytime you have more lumens, the better you're going to be. I said this all weekend. That right side of the track, I could hardly ever see it. Like, it was totally, all it was just timing.
Was it sure it wasn't because you were on the left side of the track?
No, there wasn't enough light down there to really see the end of the corner.
Is that why I missed after the 180? Is that why I kept on missing that right-hander in touring car?
Could be.
Yeah, I like that excuse. That's a good one. I'm gonna write that one down.
I mean, there was not a lot of great light in there. I mean, you have to agree. And I think that if there were to be one improvement for next year, it's just better lighting in the ballroom. I mean, there was the one chandelier looking light thing that was over above Van Aert and them. Some days it worked, some days it didn't.
I didn't notice it was on or off. I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, I notice things like that. I'm very observant.
Yeah,
I'm very observant. Like So yeah. But yeah, I think out of all the bullshit that happened, and there really wasn't a lot of bullshit, I just think that is the one improvement that needs to happen for next year, that they have to invest in some lighting. And the thing is like, you can't really fix it after the fact because we're going to get a scissor lift in there and run it over the track. No, you have to do it beforehand. And so, I mean, one of the sponsors, Toyota lift trucks, could probably bring something in, and we could just, screw some 50 watters in there.
Now, this is funny. People said that was going on and off. 2 people said this, and I actually couldn't tell that was going on and off. I just thought it was shit the entire time. But who knows? Maybe it's all about perspective. The folks who were saying it was going on and off were both looking down the hallway or down the big room, and I was looking the other way.
No, you were facing the exact same direction. It
Oh
was
yeah,
over
you're
Van
right.
Aert.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wrong. So it is what it is. What do we need to do to get a room on the first floor? Do I need to like fake a limp or something? What do I?
Well, so a little secret. We paid a lot less than a lot of people.
How'd you break the code?
So, anyway, yeah, and so we had a choice of the other wing of the hotel
Yeah.
or the 7th floor, and so I chose cheaper rate and 7th floor.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, I think our 6-night stay, or what was it, 6 nights? Yeah, 6 nights was just a little over $700. So,
And
yeah.
that's cheaper than the other rate. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
you know, I'm a Wyndham Rewards member, and sometimes rewards pay off.
Wow, look at you, baller.
Yeah. All them Super 8s I stay in, those days in. So I
Yeah.
can, the Super 8, the days in Toledo, whenever the Cleveland, or the fuck I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really paying off.
Wow. Who would have thought, man?
Yeah.
That Cleveland would be paying off for you.
Oh. So, but yeah, I don't know where we're going, but yeah, I think the lighting needs to get fixed for sure. 100%. It needs to get better. And I remember, like, in years past, it was like, man, it's just dark in here. And by the end of the weekend, you're so used to it that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But this was just, I mean, it was blatantly like the whole corner where Tech was, there wasn't a single light that worked. Literally the whole corner, like not a single light. And then there was some lights that barely worked. It was just not, it just needs to get better. And, look, we all need to get better as racers, and the hotel needs to get better as being a hotel. And that's all there is to it.
Okay. All right. Duly noted, hotel.
Yeah.
Fix
But
your.
I think you can definitely tell they've been trying. There's a lot of new paint.
Okay.
It smelled like bleach from the first day when we came in, so they've been cleaning.
That's just they cleaned up the dead hookers. That's all that is.
Well, whatever. They're trying. I mean, I know they got other, and the one interesting thing is they have like other businesses operating in the parking lot. That's a little strange.
That's pretty sketchy. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's Florida. Sometimes Florida shit happens. I mean, that's basically what that comes down to it.
Now I've got to ask, why does Larry know what that smells like?
Yeah, really.
Anyway.
That's probably why he's got COVID. He's got that cocksuckinitis.
Oh my God. Wow. That's impressive. All right. So Mangler, maybe let's dig into the situation here. So you ran 3 classes.
Yes.
What was your favorite class that you ran?
13, 5, 12 scale, like always.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite class.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like 13, 5, 12 scale. I think it's kind of that middle ground. And obviously it is literally the middle ground between stock and mod. Mm-hmm. But you kind of get some of that crossover, with Donnie running it and then some of the faster stock guys running it. So it's got, I think it has one of the deeper fields of all the 12 scale classes. And I've always liked running 13, 5 scale.
I lost $5 because I thought Donnie would put an entire lap on the field. And
I mean, I love Donnie, but I would have taken that bet too. I mean, I don't think there was a way in a World's year where he was going to put a full lap on the entire field.
Well, it got close. It was like 5 seconds out of 8 or 9. So that's pretty close.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. His time in qualifying, and he didn't do somehow or another. I don't know what happened to his fourth round, which would have been the fast one. He didn't finish. He only ran for 7:37. So his fast round was round 3, 55.808 with a 7. Ollie did a 54.803. And previously, Ollie had a round 2, 54.805. And then Dixon.
I mean, I know. I think in round 2 it was. I actually beat Donnie.
All right, let's now get really crazy. Okay, so Donnie ran a hobby wing motor round 1 and round 2. Just being serious here.
Oh, for sure. I look. I'm not saying that.
Okay, no, hold on. Let's sort this out. Okay. So your round 2 was a 53.811. Donnie was a 53.803. Your round one,
I failed in the last lap.
Oh well, did you fail that bad? I won't look it up, but
yeah, it was like a 5-second. It was a 5-second fail at least.
That was.
It would have been a 6.
Yeah, you were definitely. Donnie knew he had to make a change.
Yes,
when he was racing with you for like 3 minutes during that race, and he was like,
"We were just right there." Yeah. I got fucking work to do. So, in all honesty, I am the person who motivated and propelled Donnie to his win, because when he said, awesome. "Oh my fucking god, I'm running with the Mangler and I can't pass him.
Yes,
I need to change some shit."
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was also kind of along the lines that EA said when we were getting our awards in the AMA 13.5, which you weren't there for, that EA goes, "Fuck, I just got beat by Mangler. Now I know how Hanulik feels all the time."
Oh, wow. I heard that. And he said it just because I was standing there. Okay.
I don't think so. I think he felt really sincere. It was personal.
Yeah. Well, the fun part about the main, EA came from 5th on the grid, and he was like pushing Ollie around for a little while. He did something happened, and like he pulled his car. I don't know what happened.
Well, he was running 4th, I believe, and 3rd or 4th, and he tapped out
for a while too. Like there was a lot of swapping.
Yeah, there was a lot of swapping up front. But anyway, he tapped out, and that's when I moved into 4th. Mm-hmm. And then a couple laps later, that's when all hell broke loose for me.
Is that when you sent Nap across the track?
Yeah, at some point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was Nap like?
At that point, I didn't really have control of my car. I was just trying to get the damn thing on the line, and the tires were fucked up, and Nap just happened to be there. And
so you blew a corner. Is that what happened?
So I don't know exactly how it happened, but Fershing got next to me on the straightaway.
Okay.
And so we were going into the sweeper. I'm like, well, I'm just going to go a little wide.
Yeah, that's never good.
And then tuck in behind him.
Okay.
And I went a little wide, and then I went a little wider, and then I went a little wider, and then I like spun out, and then I'm like, so I gathered it back up, and then I go back around the right-hander there, and then like my shit spun out again, and then I try to get back online, and that's when I hit Nap and sent him across the thing. And I got into Dixon a little bit too at some point.
Okay.
And so but then I took another lap and kind of got it all cleaned up, and I was able to finish the run. But
okay.
So
all right, so I'm watching the video now, so if I can try to see your epicness.
Well, why don't you play the video so that everyone can see?
There was it was a very good kind of race up front.
I mean, I was very happy with the fact for about the first 3 minutes or whatever it was, 2.5 minutes. You know, those 4 were battling it out, but yet I was still holding strong, and they weren't pulling away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had a decent car. I really did. It wasn't, obviously it wasn't Donnie, and it wasn't, it probably wasn't a top. It was probably about a top 6 or 7 car, but or top 5. But
there you were. See, you can see you're this flow yellow.
Yes, and I held that distance for till I failed.
Yeah. Now the funny part was, you can watch these four guys. They're kind of tripping over each other a little bit because
Right.
there's different lines being selected and like different
See,
cars.
I'm like right there. I'm not like
You're one turn away.
Yes.
One turn away from greatness. Yep, I agree.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like, but these guys, they just look like a swarm of cars. Like the best thing that happened to Joe was he tapped out there. Like, so he didn't have to sit there and like step on everyone in front of him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really dodgy up front there. And yeah, it was a fun race to watch. Let's put it that way.
And now the videos
Would
are
I have loved
crapped out.
Yes, but you know, it was a fun race to watch.
Yeah.
So, and look, Joe got back on their bumper already after like tapping out three laps earlier. So,
I think that's me.
no, that's not you. You're behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is horrible now. We got to stop.
Why? Because this is when you blow out?
No, it just looks like shit. That's all.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I enjoyed it. But
Oh,
anyway,
there you go. Now it's a little bit better.
I don't know. It looked nice on my screen. So
yeah, no,
that's
it's a little cutty on this side.
Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway,
that bandwidth, kid.
You know, I have like the Obama internet, dude. You know that. It's fine.
Yeah, we know.
So yeah.
Yeah,
but yes,
13.5 is my favorite class that I ran. 17.5 would have been the second favorite. And then the GT12. This is the first time I've ever run GT12. And I mean, and I've said it before on the podcast, but the only reason why I was running it was because hopefully I would make the main and I would be able to stay around for Sunday. That was the only reason for running that class. Once I was kind of competitive in the other classes, my shits to give about that class really diminished. Yeah. And that it just 3 classes is too much. It really is for me. I know, for Mr. 5 over here. But I didn't have the world champion car mechanic working on my 12 scales. And so, you know, like I didn't have people taking shit off my hands to where that I could run 5 classes, unlike you. So anyway, yeah. So the better I was doing in the other classes, the less effort and work I wanted to put into 21.5. And not to say that's the reason why Peter Robinson curb stomped me.
Well, he curb stomped everybody. He had like tenths on everyone.
Yeah. So, but I guess there's some secret today came out that you true your tires 10 times in each direction.
There's something about something. And I will tell you that rubber tires and doing something with them different that not everyone else is doing, like, you know, not just pulling it out of the package, taking the seam off, or maybe rounding the edge, you know, whatever it might be. There's definitely some magic going on in both the 10 scale size and the 12 scale size ones. From what I see.
Yeah. And I didn't know enough about the tire magic to, you know, and nor did I really care. So I kind of went with what I had. I tried to make some small improvements as the weekend went on, and I got faster. I did. I learned some, you know, the car got better. It was more competitive, but at the end of the day, Peter just pretty much curb stomped out everyone. So it didn't really matter. And, you know, hey, it was fun. It was an interesting experience. I sold the car at the event. It's already gone. In fact, all my 12 scales have been sold.
Wow.
I am completely out of 12 scales. This is I showed you, but this is what I have left of my 12 scales. I have a servo, a couple receivers, and some fans. So yeah.
Wow.
All gone. Never to be seen again. So I don't plan on running 12 scale for at least almost a year at this point.
A year. Wow. So would you imagine your next 12 scale race would be Snowbirds?
Probably. Well, I would probably say it will be the State Series race at Beachline, because that's the only time we'll ever get to run on road again on carpet in Florida. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though we have a carpet track, they'll never let us run on road.
Yeah,
Which I
but
don't blame him. He makes more money racing off road. So why cater us to us knuckleheads and
yep,
lose money?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you should just get a two-wheel drive buggy and run there
Why?
because it's fun.
Not really.
Okay, whatever.
I mean, I'd be more inclined to run at this clay track that allegedly is getting built near me.
A clay track, what, for oval or for dirt?
No,
Or like
off road. Yeah.
off-road? Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the clay track that I told you about. The building in a 20,000 square foot former Bed Bath and Beyond, and they're going to race one weekend a month.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, all right. That they must be, moving lots of dime bags out of that place.
Yeah, I mean, it could be I think like most businesses in the state of Florida, they're all pretty much covers for money laundering. But
Hey, nice.
yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to launder money, just hit me up. I got a couple businesses I like to run. Like we can build a great RC track.
I do not endorse that message. I don't know anything about what you just said, and
Yeah, you do. You know all about it. You're like an expert at it.
no, I'm not.
You're like the
Whoa,
Kevin.
whoa, whoa. La 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 la. No, incorrect. Incorrect. I've seen some good TV dramas about it, but yeah. So
Yeah, what's that guy's name? That's in Ozark. What's his name?
I don't know. Michael,
Jason Bateman. Yeah, you're like the Jason Bateman of RC.
stop it. Stop it. Anyway, carrying on. All right. So that was your 12 scale adventure story.
Yeah.
What
I mean, we were talking about the fact that I qualified fourth in 17.5, the fastest I've ever, like the closest I've ever been to TQ in like years.
Yeah.
Until I last TQ'd it.
Yeah, we could talk about that. Now, how was your start off the line in that class?
Great. It was really good.
Did the axle not slip this time?
No, yeah, nope, didn't slip. I was actually thinking about that at the start. I'm like, but what did happen? Right. But what did happen?
Yes.
Was some person I know just said, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should run this other fucking motor."
Yeah, how'd that work?
Didn't work for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for that recommendation. I really appreciate it.
Now, did you let a plastic car beat you?
Yeah. I got ran down by a plastic car because that motor was such shit.
Oh my God.
Ran the fuck down.
Oof. Ran down.
Yeah. Ran down like the cops chasing a burglar. I mean,
it was that bad, huh?
It was that bad.
It was like the cops after OJ?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
That was kind of slow though.
Yeah.
It was slow. Yeah. I was, what was Spinks was the guy's name?
I don't know.
That was driving him around.
Couldn't tell you.
That starts with an S, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I sold that A12. I sold all the A12s. All A12s of mine are gone.
Did you leave their dialed setups on them though?
I sold them however the person wanted to buy them. I sold them to them as.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, Al Collings. That's who it was.
Yeah.
I was the Al Collings of the 17.5 main, just cruising along in the I-5, getting run down by every motherfucker there was. Because Numbnuts said, "Run this motor."
Well,
and I'm like,
"Okay, it was faster."
He's like, "You got to do something. You got to change something.
Yeah,
and this is going to give you what you need." I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. It didn't work. We tried.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Horribly
didn't work.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would be nice if there was a way to get like an 8-minute run in. It would be nice.
Yeah, it would have been kind of nice. The 2 minutes doesn't really give you enough of an idea of how shitty that thing was.
No, it would be nice.
So,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a challenge. All right. And for
I should have ran Larry's motor. That is so right.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah, that would have been the call.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, we didn't think about that because we were all worried about this.
Offered up, actually.
That's true.
I never heard
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Way to go. Now.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Larry.
Thanks, Larry. Look, no one consulted with him.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be there. We sat next to each other all weekend, and you're like,
yeah. So, all right. Like I already talked about some of the things that I did that were savage or not savage. I do have to admit that I was very shocked. Like I took a 13.5/12 scale, and then I put mod electronics into it, and I ran it, and it wasn't that terrible. I was very shocked at that.
why?
I just was shocked. Like it was pretty good, actually.
I mean, the stuff that you put in won the worlds. It has to be pretty good.
No, I ran a 6.5 motor.
But you're talking about Speedo and stuff.
Yeah. But like, at the end of the day, I was just shocked that you strap in a bunch of horsepower, and it did okay. So I was pretty impressed by that, frankly. And
you also had a detune to run like a 13.5 motor.
Whatever, you don't have to hate, bro. Turn down the hate.
Saying.
Knock down the hate.
Donnie could run that 6.5, and he'd probably put 3 laps on you.
Okay, sure, maybe. But in 13.5, he only put 2 laps on me. That's huge. That is huge right there. Huge.
Yeah, huge, right? Huh?
I missed the main by 0.8, but I was only 2 laps down to Donnie. That is huge.
If you're proud of that.
I am, dickhead. Thanks a lot. All right. Anyway, I'm also proud that realistically, I ran that car for 2 minutes once. Then I ran 3 qualifiers. They were all slow. I ran the car again for 2 minutes. And then I ran an 8-minute qualifier. And then I had to run the B main. And that's the only packs I got in on that car, which is a little crazy, mostly because I was afraid of breaking it in warm-ups. So, it's not always glamorous running stuff that, you don't have extras of. It's not glamorous.
Yeah, but again, you still had Sean.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And yeah, like
a long way.
Yeah, I guess. Thinking about the other classes, what I will say is that apparently my local track and testing motors there is by far the biggest waste of time that ever could have existed. So that's unfortunate. I actually had a decent 25 or 21.5 car in Q4, but at the time I had a motor that looked like a 25.5 in it, and I got ran down, and that's very disappointing.
And I think I told you that motor was never going to be fast because there has never been a fast version of those motors in existence ever.
Maybe.
Except for the ones that won the Euros and then were deemed illegal.
Oh my God. Wow. Could be. But see, the problem was that day on Saturday, I changed so much stuff. There was only so much time to put different things into different things and do stuff. And yeah, I should have never taken the other motors out of the car in the first place, but I did, and I fucked that up. And yeah.
Hey, we all get blinded by a free motor. I get it.
All right, moving on. And then yeah, in general, although the mod car at times was a little hairy with no grip, it didn't feel that bad. I'm going to skip
right touring car.
Yeah, I'm going to skip right past this super stock touring car because that was the science project.
Yeah,
and it pretty much sucked all weekend.
Yeah. The mod touring car, though, once we put a body on that yours truly mounted for you, it came actually pretty good. I mounted a body for him in like 6 races.
Yeah,
and it was mounted very well. It didn't look like he did it.
It went from clear to mounted, not just like it was already yellow and it became.
No, I painted it too. Yeah. And so it went from clear to mounted in about 6 to 7 races.
Yep.
And he ended up running the fastest times. He's like, this car is horrible. I go, it's the best you ran all week. And he's like, oh, well, maybe it's not so bad.
It pushed. I don't like pushing. All right. I need the car to turn.
Yeah, but sometimes that's faster.
I guess sometimes. But the other thing that's also kind of disappointing is like when you do your hot laps at the end of the run, that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I can, but that's also because you're probably overcharging.
Well, I don't know what overcharging means, but in the main, I did charge to 805.
Yeah.
And it didn't really help. So
in the
main, though, I felt like the grip was the worst it was the entire week.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's hard to think. I think that you're right. That's kind of a hard experiment to pull then.
I even hot lapped Drew Ellis in the main.
Nice. That's good.
So, but yeah, he was complaining about grip too, so it didn't really.
Yeah, a lot of people were complaining about grip.
Yeah.
But I guess we should talk about, the tremendous job that Kevin Hebert did, winning mod touring.
Yeah,
and winning the overall.
Yeah, Kevin,
terrific job.
Dominated his X-ray teammates from Europe, and I thought that was very cool to see.
Yeah, did a great job. Proud of him.
Well,
happy to see him do well. Yeah, you can't. I mean, I can't. There's not enough great words to say.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him win, and he ran well, and his 12 scale looked good. I mean, he had some struggles at the Worlds in 12 scale, came back to this race. 12 scale was competitive. He was right there. Had a little bit of an incident. I think he and jockeying out with Alex in the main, but I think he ran a good third and then won the touring car and then won the overall. So,
yeah.
No, great effort all weekend.
Yeah. Kevin's mod car, let's just see. So mod touring, he only qualified 1.5 seconds in front of Bruno. I say only.
Yeah. 1.5 seconds in front of Bruno might as well be 6.
Yeah. But he beat Bruno every round, which I also think is pretty big. And Bruno he DNF'd in round 3. So I think that's crazy. And then, Alex was just under half a second or so behind Bruno. And then Jan was 4th. He was a lap off of them. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. And then like at the back of the pack, there was just a pile of us all on 30 lap something runs from 6 to 12. We're all struggling with 30 laps. And so there's this great divide, folks who had a little more grip than others, and then the rest of us. So
talent, you could put that in there too.
Maybe something.
Grip and talent.
So
yeah.
And Larry, I can tell you, you can run a 98.6 in a run, but if the fucking car is a half second off, it doesn't matter. So I have some 98.6s from that weekend. Half second doesn't matter. Even 4/10 doesn't matter. So
yeah, that's what it took you to get to the A main, though.
Oh yeah. You had to do a hell of a run, sliding around to figure out, just to get there. So it is what it is.
Do we want to talk about how we think we could fix the grip issue, or do we even know?
I don't think anyone knows how to fix the grip issue. All right, so okay, hold on. Let's there was questions I was avoiding before. Did you see what EA wrote on Facebook? That was one of them.
Yes.
And then are you guys going to talk about EA's comments? And we can. All right. We could even read it if we really wanted to. But it said something like, shoot dang, man, this is the worst the carpet's ever been for rubber tires. What the fuck? I think that's what it's something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I have visions of EA right now when you talk like that I can just hear him and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No,
So what do you think would fix it?
I just think if we ran a tire that was softer, it would fix it.
So what are we talking about? Like
A
23?
Jayco 28, a green, or whatever.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know this, and maybe I'm spilling tea that I shouldn't spill, but I'm going to tell anyway. That the Jayco green tire back in the day is
Yes.
actually an asphalt tire. It
I know
was,
that. I
yeah.
ran them
Some
on
people,
asphalt.
yeah. So it was a 28. It was potentially designed for asphalt, but could be run on carpet. I think if we had a tire that was that soft, we would solve a lot of the problems.
But I don't think it's the tire, because if you take the current tire and you run it at a lot of the other black carpet tracks,
Right.
it's fine.
No, you're right. It's not necessarily the tires. The tire isn't necessarily the causing the issue, but the tire is also could be the solution in this case.
Okay.
And so the carpet is what the carpet is. We don't have necessarily a control over that, other than somebody purchasing ETS carpet.
Which
We
I
don't
think will
have.
make 12 scales terrible.
It could be. So I think the only solution for both parties would be just to get a tire that can handle on the current carpet, and that would be, say, a Jayco Green or a 28. Yeah, short tire. And there we go. I mean, it's kind of one of those things too. It's like, do you want to glue tires or do you want to try a million different things just to get the damn things to work?
Mm-hmm.
And I think from watching everybody around me, mostly you, try different types of whatever shenanigans. I'll say that word again. Uh, it has to do something, has to improve, because I didn't have a lot of desire to run touring car on carpet, and I
We have
have
none now.
zero now. Yeah. There is no way. There's no amount of money that would allow me to run that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I am a whore. I can't be bought.
Yeah, I was about
But
to say
yeah,
for money.
but yeah, like I yeah, it's just, it needs to improve the tire. We need to have a different tire, or we need to have a tire that is more suited for this carpet.
Yeah.
I think whatever manufacturer is willing to do that, or we can get a supply, will be the winner. I really hope it is BSR Jayco who is willing to do that and step up. But something, yeah, it could be anyone. It has to change, and that's the thing that's going to have to change. Because I think we're kind of tied in North America to the carpet in some regards. I don't think there's enough interest or motivation or money to fix bringing in something else. And then again, will it be detrimental to 12 scale? Are we, cutting off this face despite whatever? And so
this is the question that I think everyone wants to know.
Oh, we have no clue.
Yeah, I had no
The
clue.
only person who knows is Kevin.
Yep. And like I've contemplated what could be like happening. There is we're gonna out some things right now. All right.
Secret time?
People, yeah. People are out there doing crazy stuff right now.
Right.
Folks are truing their tires. They're not just the GT12 tires. They're putting fucking touring car tires on a nitro touring car or a foam touring car arbor and putting it through a tire tour right now. I think that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right. People are basically like burning in their tires. Like some people are using like a drill, a quarter inch or 3-inch drill, putting the tire on it and then doing like a crazy thing to heat up the tire and to attempt to like change what is happening with the tire.
Right.
Other people are heating the tires and rolling the inserts.
Yeah.
Okay. And they have different outcomes, different behaviors, but the whole fact that we're doing any of this right now kind of makes me not want to do it.
Right.
So I would love for a day where I just take it out of the package, clean it, maybe take the stripe off the center, and then send it.
I
That
will
would be
in a couple weeks. You'll be doing that in Bakersfield.
well, who knows? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably will be what happens. But there's got to be like other voodoo. Like here's the other voodoo I could think of.
I
Okay.
mean, and then hold on, and I don't want to. I don't want to insinuate that Kevin is doing something shady or illicit with the tires.
Oh,
I think that I think a lot of it is his car is really good.
yeah, sure.
Uh, that he's driving very well. That he has figured it out, and kudos to him.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to take this away or diminish anything that he's done. So please don't let this be that. The one thing that uh, I did hear, and now I've heard this. This is all conjecture at this point. That at some point Kevin ran tires that were on Bruno's tires in practice
Yep.
and went just as fast with Bruno's tires.
Yep.
So that leads me to believe that Kevin really wasn't doing anything better. He's just got a better car, or this grip fits his driving style, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so we can all speculate and say, "Oh, it's the tires, it's this or that."
Yeah.
Maybe Kevin's just better right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And here's the other angle. Blah blah blah. He's cheating better than you are.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And so, I think there are some things going on. Maybe people are doing some off-road type things that might work, may not work, whatever the case is. And here's another idea. Just sand the piss out of your tires and create more air gap and then makes them better. I don't know. So whatever is kind of going on, I feel like I don't know how you'd police it, but it probably needs to stop somehow. And again,
Well,
like,
the only way it stops is when you have tires that you don't have to do that to.
yeah, probably.
Right. So again, you've kind of come back to where my point of being that a manufacturer is going to need to step up and provide a better tire at this current moment. Now,
Yeah.
could this all end up as egg on their face if and they buy a huge allotment and then in a year something else changes or whatever? Yeah, it can. It is a financial risk that
Mhm.
someone would have to take in order for this to happen.
And I think that's why the smartest thing anyone can do is not be in the tire business. Because you want to get complained at, be in the tire business. All right. And then foam tires, foam tires, foam tires. Some people
No,
believe that's the answer.
that is not
I
the
don't.
answer. No,
Mhm.
no.
And what George says, I do enjoy not gluing tire sidewalls. That would be better.
Yeah, I everybody, but then again, everybody wants their cake and wants to eat it too, right? So
Yep.
you can't necessarily, oh, we're not going to glue tires, but then we're not going to also not have crazy shit or have shit grip, right?
Mhm.
So it's one or the other. And I don't think at this point we can have anything, we can't have both. And yeah, why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things. Exactly. So, um, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. There's the most people now on the thing. We're at 50 people. People are talking
Wow.
about tire cheap.
Tire
And
talk
people wanna
always
talk.
tire talk always brings the people. It brings all the boys to the yard. I
Mhm.
mean, there's no doubt about it. Because once you
Yep.
you want to get some people fired up, you start talking about tires.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, it's the most important thing that you can do to your car, any race
Yeah.
car. It's
It's
the
the thing
most.
that touches the track, last I heard.
Yeah. So
Unless it's your body, because then sometimes that happens.
yeah, but it is, numero uno, how to get fast is basically utilize whatever grip you have of the tires to your advantage. And so,
Yep.
yeah, I can see why we have that many listeners, right? Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification so you'll know when we're on next time. So,
Yeah, and
and
that'll be good.
speaking
Yes.
of, we can do a little plug here now that we got this many people on. I posted a link about this carbon fiber tape on our
Yes.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
You can hit that up, support the channel, makes great protection of the bodies. I don't have a
Mhm.
body around me right now that I'd show you, but I put it on your body, and
Yeah.
you're like, what is this? What is
Yeah.
this magic? And I
Sexy.
said, it's carbon fiber tape. And it not only does it look cool, but it holds up very well. It's a little thicker than normal, but it's very sticky, and you can drill right through it with a Dremel or whatever, and help support your bodies. I know everyone's got thin bodies out there these days. It's like $8 a roll, and
I
like
can't
I've
wait-
used this for a long time.
I can't wait to use more of it when you show up at Bakersfield. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, good. I'll have it with me. But yeah, hit that link. Why don't you hit the link now? Don't do what Drew Ellis does, because Drew Ellis has fucked us out of a lot of money, quite frankly. Because what he does, he just goes and looks up the product that we post and then go buys it on his own. No. You want to click the link and buy through the link. That's how you help support the channel. Help support your boys. Don't just go looking it up on your own willy-nilly. Now, also, if you click the link and then decide to go buy some other shit, that's great too.
Like a TV,
TVs,
um,
tires, I don't care. Whatever.
a
The more
pacemaker.
you spend, the better it is for us, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know somebody bought children's books one day.
Yeah.
That's great.
Could have been
We
anyone.
support it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who buys what. I just see what has been bought. And some of you people buy some weird shit on Amazon.
What I'll say, Jeff, is if Drew knew what he was doing, he'd be doing it too and not having me hot lap him.
Oh.
Guarantee you that one.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I agree. Probably something has to change. I don't know what. I don't know how.
I just told you, tires.
Yeah. But like who and how and what?
It's whoever wants to step up to the plate.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to lose tens of dollars?
I don't think you would at this point.
No, you told so. All right.
Seriously, this is. Let me put the formula out there, right? You get tire, you assemble tire, you send tire to EA. You get EA to say, "Shoot, dang man, this is the best tire there is," and then he'll have him post that on the internet and be like,
But I think the problem is EA's carpet. I think his carpet is at least broken in and or better than the carpet that the hotel races have been getting.
Yeah, but they're saying even now, even though it might be a little bit of that, it still gets medium at best.
Sure. Yeah.
And it still does, and it still turns into a greasy hot mess.
Yeah. So I think, Jeff's track at Dollar Hobbies, I think their grip is pretty low. If someone had tires, send them to Jeff. Okay. And if they're able to see like a massive improvement, that would probably be good. So,
I mean, even maybe RCCA.
They're a new track. I don't know what tire they're running there.
I don't know either. So in any case, but that's the formula. Get tire, send to EA, shoot dang man, make tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, tens of thousands. Yeah. So Mangler, do you have an extra bathtub to hold thousands of tires?
Yes, I do.
So when are you going to do it?
I ain't got that kind of money.
Oh.
So I guess what he's alluding to is that when I used to assemble the Jayco tires in when I lived in Florida, is that I would store all the tires in my spare bathroom in the tub, and so I had boxes inside the tub of tires that I would assemble at some point.
I thought they were just sitting in water, like floating. No?
No. They were just the boxes because you didn't have anywhere to put all the boxes, so we weren't using that shower or tub, so we just put them all in there. And then you can put the curtain in front of it, no one sees it.
Yeah. I like my thought about them sitting in the water better.
Okay, well, you can have that thought. Did you get to see any of my walking around YouTube stuff or class video stuff?
No. Was this on Track Rats?
No, this was on Live RC. They actually came up to me and they said, "Hey, we want you to walk around the pits, talk about the cars, talk about the classes, and kind of give you a brief introduction of what they were." And I did that. And I guess I haven't seen shit of it, so I don't know if it was good. I've had some compliments here and there, not a ton because I don't really expect it, but yeah.
I was at the event. Like, here's the problem.
This was after I think practice day 2, and you went and got food real quick.
Okay.
And the boy that had come up to me, he's like, "Hey, do you want to do this thing? Walk around." And so I walked around. I held the mic. They were filming me. I was like, "Hey, I'm the Mangler. This is a yada yada yada."
Wow.
And kind of broke down all the classes, oval and on road.
Really?
Yes. So I don't know how they went. I haven't got to see any of them. I saw there was a comment earlier that was kind of mentioned it a little bit, but anyway, that was kind of fun. That was kind of cool.
Maybe we'll see if we can find the video and chop it up.
I think it already is chopped up.
Oh, okay. Well, if somebody has it, holler
George.
at us. All right.
It was very good.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Yep. Very good. 100% good. Yeah. No, like, to me, the funny part is, like, there was a bunch of Live RC guys there, right? They had a whole crew of people. And for me at the race, this doesn't matter at all. All right. It only helps for people who are not at the race. That's kind of it. Yeah. And, they had a lot of different angles. I actually think that top angle where you could see the cars going around was like the most useful. It wasn't wide enough necessarily to cover the whole track. Like, I think if we had 2 of those cameras, one like in the sweeper, like basically at the ends of the stands, then I think it would have been really good. I don't know about that camera down the straightaway. Like, that wasn't really doing it for me. We saw a little bit in your 12 scale race, like, almost everyone's like on the same line. Like, I tried looking at that in oval. It really did nothing for me, but they're trying to do something, which is cool.
Yeah. I can't see any of this stuff, so I'm just going to take your word for it.
Yeah.
I don't have a bonus
can't see any of it
because I didn't pay for any of it.
No, but you can watch the videos that are on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know there was.
There's hours of video on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I have to check those out.
Yeah. Oh, there was another thing that happened. Again, not for people who don't pay for Live RC, but
I didn't get it either.
Well, of course you didn't. Why get things that would actually help your race program? So this was pretty cool.
I'm just gonna borrow shitty motors from you and ruin it.
But see, if you had the data, then you would have been able to make a better choice. So I was getting all these crazy things about, like, here are you get off the stand and then you get a text message. And you get a text message. It tells you what the class is, or at least what they think the class is. How many laps, what's your fast lap, what's your average lap, what's your top 3 and top 2 consecutive. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was. I didn't get the benefit of it at all, but yeah, it was pretty cool for the people who
yeah.
did.
And in your race, if you were in a qualifier, so it said like here, qualifier 1, race 19, heat 2 of 2, super stock touring, final position 5th, and blah blah blah. So it even
Oh, it
told
gave you a breakdown after your race too?
yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
And here's a good one.
What does all this cost?
It's like maybe 50 a month or 50 a year, something like that.
Oh, that's too much.
Q1, race 23, heat 1 of 2, GTP 12 scale, final position 6th, result 0.0000, fast lap nothing, average lap nothing. I didn't run the race, but it still told me
Yeah.
I should have been there.
Huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
Yeah, I
interesting.
mean, I thought that was really cool. Unfortunately, I couldn't take advantage of it, but yeah, the fact that everyone else around me was like, "Ooh, look at me! I got the line." It was, hey, I was happy for everyone.
Yeah, you were jelly. Don't lie.
A little bit, I
Yeah.
was,
Okay.
but what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna. I can't afford. I got to buy tires. I can't afford those kind of expensive. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I got a big asphalt race coming up. That's like 2 sets of tires.
It is. It is. Yep. I wonder if those tires would be any good at on the carpet. Probably too
No,
hard still.
yeah, yeah,
I
way
think
too
they're
hard.
36s actually.
They are. Yeah, no, too hard. I think again, not to beat a dead horse, but yeah, we definitely need to work on the tire program. I feel, or at least get some tires that are more agreeable with this carpet. Um, I don't. Everybody's trying to get on. There's a little bit of a grassroots effort to control the tire sauce
Yeah.
at Snowbirds. Unfortunately, I think it's just a race that really it's going to be too hard to do
Mhm.
with oval and on road. I could see if it was just on road and we had a sauce table and everyone had to go to it. But you got oval dudes who are pitting in their rooms. You got on road dudes who are pitting in their rooms. Um, it's just not controllable enough. I think that I know. Well, we do it other hotel races. Yeah, but everyone's in the room. Like everybody's on the floor in the ballroom or in the area. They can walk around. You don't have people in their hotel rooms and stuff like you do at Snowbirds, and you don't have so many different classes. So I just don't think it's a viable choice at this moment.
Okay.
Would I like to see it happen? Sure, I wouldn't care. I mean, I would follow it.
All right.
Um,
So here we go. You were talking a little bit about tires. I'm gonna try to break the magic around the tires. So here, let's share a tab. And so my question to be anyone is why not run this? This is a sweep tire, QTS 28,
yep.
real green. I wonder. That sounds like a Jayco. Interesting. All right, real green. And you can get it on different rims. You could get a dish rim or a spoke rim or a black spoke rim. You can get it glued. You can even have something printed on the side of it if you order 200 and you order dish.
Yep.
And so you could do that. And it only costs like, I don't know, let's put it in the cart. Add to cart. It only costs $33.
Right.
Someone should try that. You don't have to have anyone send it to you. You just try it. And if that doesn't work, there's another option. All right. So here they have at least 3 options. I see. There is another one. There's a 24 tire. Okay. And you could pick, I'm going to pick the thin insert and the nylon wheel and glue it. Oh, this one's out of stock. Okay. Put me on the waiting list on that one. All right. But in general, there's a lot of tires here. So like this is a 32. I don't want that. 36. I don't want that. 32. I don't want that. 36. I don't want that. But there was at least a 28 in stock. This one, there is this 24. Okay. So this 24 belted, let's pick a thin insert. Maybe that's the problem. It says 24 Shore works great on low grip carpet. Interesting. It doesn't say I can add to cart, so maybe it's the insert that's my problem.
Anyway, yes, there are options out there.
Yeah, maybe someone should try them.
Why don't that be you? Oh, you're not going to run on carpet.
I don't have a carpet track.
Neither do I. So we can't do it.
The carpet track that I run at, the blues and the whatevers don't feel like shit on.
Right.
No, the folks think that the grip is low at Nora. I'm telling you, it's a million times better than it was at this hotel race.
I mean, I think there has something to do with West Coast grip. I think West Coast grip is a thing too.
Like the difference in humidity?
No, I don't even know. I just time zone. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the West Coast grip is real. Okay. And West Coast grip is better than East Coast grip. Just like fucking rap music.
Are you trying to start like an East Coast, West Coast thing? Are you like
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's literally, it is. Because I went out to your race there on a track that doesn't get prepped.
Yep.
Barely gets blown off.
Mm-hmm.
It had more grip than any other place I've probably been in the last 5 years.
Yep.
And then you're talking about your little Nora track, and how the tires work well there, way better than it was at Snowbirds. And then no one rains there, and it's a fucking goat barn, right? West Coast grip is better than East Coast grip.
Maybe we need more big races back on the
right, Mangler and RC Track Drives podcast. I'm stealing that fucking
line. There was one thing. So the old NorCal was very interesting. It was, like they did the Reedy race back in, it would be Memorial Day weekend. And we were in San Francisco, Bay Area, and it got like cold one day. I think that's what it was. And they were spraying sugar water, and all the sugar came up off the track and coated everyone's tires. It was really funny. And we had to take our tires off and put them underneath the faucet to just rinse them off to get the sugar off. It was pretty wild. But
yeah, I've seen some similar things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sometimes things like that happen. But
John Barron knows you got to buy them and you got to test them. And he says that's what they're doing in F1 right now, because apparently they don't like the current batch of dominant tires.
Shoot, dang, man. Get them tires and get them tested.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And, Nora, they just run SXT. So that's good.
That's what you think they're just running.
Well, we think.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
So Hefty Jesus rocks up.
No. I did not run any Mighty Gripper at that time. I did not.
That's not what you told me.
What? No, I did not run any Mighty Gripper. We did learn, too, that Mighty Gripper makes it grow. All right? So
there's going to be a lot of guys putting that on.
So if you maybe have problems in certain places, try some Mighty Gripper on it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we just sold a lot of Mighty Gripper.
Yeah.
We didn't got an Amazon link for that.
Yeah, it's probably going to sting, though.
Dudes will go through that.
Yeah? If it makes it grow?
Yeah.
If you can make a tire 1 inch bigger.
Sold.
It was more like a millimeter, actually, but,
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold. Which color? Yes.
It was all the colors. Yeah. Yellow, black, blue.
Not the white, though. Not the white. The white don't work.
Yeah, no, that one probably is not so good. But yeah, who knows? Like, I didn't bring white. White might have been the way to go. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, so if you want to see it grow, Mighty Gripper. That's all we're going to say. You okay, Mangler? You're right.
I'm really proud of myself right now. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I also didn't try orange, although I had it with me.
Yeah, the Donald Trump doesn't work.
No, yeah. Oh,
Oh boy, I'm funny. I don't care
yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck you
Oh, look, my old lady's saying we should try it out. Yeah.
say.
And it sounds like we've hit the end of the show, folks. All right. We've just gone full circle.
We
And
have fucking jumped the shark.
yeah, we out of here now. So hey, Mangler, it was a lot of fun seeing you. And I can count the days. Let's count the days.
Oh,
We're gonna look at the calendar. Today's the 6th. And I'm gonna see you in let's see,
18
7,
days.
14, like 16 days.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bromance continues.
Right.
And for folks who are wondering, well, what's going to happen? There's going to be a little shindig, which I think is already sold out down in Bakersfield at Finish Line. There's a little race we're calling the Awesome Acts USA Winter Championship. And yeah, that ain't right. What color does she want to try? I'll ask her. Anyway, so yeah.
You know how hard it is for me not to say black right now?
You just said it. That's not right. Anyway, and so we'll be down in Bakersfield, probably massive West Coast grip and laying it down. Mangler, what are you going to run at this event?
17.5 and mod touring.
Okay, I'm going to run that too. So let's see. The challenge will come back. Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna? Oh, Are you getting your Pro 10 ready?
No, I didn't enter Pro 10.
What the fuck, bro? You got dudes out there waiting for you to show up with your Pro 10.
Okay, well, maybe I'll bring it. I'll have to see if I can enter. They only allowed you to sign up for 2 classes, so I signed up for real classes.
No, they let you run enter as many as you wanted.
No, last time they had to like
that was last time. We're talking about this different race.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Oh wow, this is aggressive. Every little bit helps. All right. It's the show, folks. Wow. 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 I hear laughing down the hallway. It's fantastic.
Love you, honey.
Just so you know.
I love you way more right now, Jamie.
All right, well that's great. I'm happy that the bromance can continue.
But no, you definitely have a whole host of guys out there in the West Coast that want a piece of your ass and Pro 10. So you better.
Wow, it sounds like jail rules. Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna give you a whole 10, and that's for sure.
I don't know. You know, all I gotta say is every once in a while you do some weird stuff, and then you get your car moderately decent, and then people they're like, he didn't cut out his wheels. Blah blah blah. Dude, the bodies are so big on Pro 10s, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, they're wanting you. They need that. They want that revenge. They're gonna curb stomp because you said you were gonna curb stomp them.
Yeah,
you're gonna put Donnie Leah, put him a lap down.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that in May at the one-up race. There'll be more time.
Have that. They won't have that there.
Oh, really? It's not a real class?
No.
Oh.
I see what you did there. That was pretty good.
I don't know. We'll get to it eventually. So we'll see.
But yeah, you gotta get that Pro 10 ready.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring out the Awesomatics Pro 10.
Ooh. I've seen that.
That might be pretty good. I got to put a phone call in. So
that would work.
Yes,
you would crush souls.
Yeah. Well, and if not, it looks cool. So
yes, it does.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe maybe we'll have to bring that out. My favorite part is it has an RC10L front bumper on it, and that's also pretty cool.
Yeah,
Where you need
vintage and new all at the same time.
you need the 8/32 screws to hold the little nubs on the front. Oh my god. Anyway,
Awesome.
yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe you can help mentor me in my oval tire preparedness, and we can come up with some sort of special type of smoke.
I got sauce.
Yeah. Also, if you have some white rears, really big ones, bring those.
I don't have that.
Okay. Do you have
I have
orange?
I have 0-10 scale foam tires.
Oh, that's terrible. I wanted to get orange rears made, but they wanted me to make too many of them, so I just wasn't going to do that.
Right.
I think that would still be
White?
good. Yeah,
White?
white. These guys are running whites.
Huh.
One run whites.
Wow.
Yeah.
California baller money right there.
Yeah. I think it's just, this is what's in my tire bag. Let's run them down,
Yeah.
But whatever.
I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, if you get some oranges, that would have been,
Yeah.
that'd be the money.
Maybe Tommy listens to the show and he'll make some oranges.
Ooh.
So I would. Yeah, I don't think
Tommy's too good of a person to listen to this show.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But all right. Hopefully, somebody in the internet world tries some of those QTS greens, real greens, QTS 28s. Let us know how they work. I bet they'll be pretty hooked up.
I think they would.
Yeah.
We got to find out. We got to do something.
Yeah. So I'm showing you the promised land. Sweep greens.
Send us at the EA, shoot dang man, and be done.
Yeah. And Jeff, hopefully you go buy some. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. It's a show.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you hanging out. 50 listeners or whatever.
Yeah, that's a pretty good number. Like that might be one of the
for us.
So
for us, I mean,
it's good for us. Yeah. But dude, it's building. All right.
Yeah.
Everyone wants
like 362 or something like that on the subscribers.
It's 363 right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Getting there.
So anything can happen. We've only been doing this since January 1st of 2019. You think we could get more than that by now?
But we weren't talking about how to make it grow. So
yeah, that's a big thing. I didn't realize that would really make all the difference. So help us out. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, all those things. And we'll be back same time, same bat channel next week.
Yep.
And I still think it would have been really good if we could have done a show from the hot tub at Snowbirds.
Dude, you were like, there's no fucking way I can do a show.
Oh, I agree. I was gonna fall asleep. Yeah.
So
we could have had a live. Maybe what we can do next year is do a ballroom live stream.
Yeah, we just have to have motivation or time to do it.
Yeah, and you could just see how like my pit, it like goes from like mounds of stuff and then less, and then mounds.
Oh, we could just put like a one of those time lapse cameras above your pit.
Yeah,
that would be impressive.
Yeah, because we couldn't broadcast what we're saying. That's just not possible.
No, there would be some.
Yeah, the FCC would come after us.
Yeah. So
lives would end. Things would not go well.
No.
But yeah.
No, it was also really cool that people were like, "Oh, I love the show. Thanks for watching." And it was really, you guys are really funny. And then we'd always inevitably ask, "Are you subscribed?" No,
I don't subscribe. Yeah, why?
I watch the show all the time. Are you subscribed? No. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What happens?
Talking to you, Dominic Ruginary.
Wow, calling guys out. I like it.
Well,
yeah. All right. And maybe what we need is a poll, Mangler. And the poll is, what oval class should the Automatics on-road team run next year at Snowbirds? Because I think there's a few of us that want to do dumb stuff.
That's you,
Like,
not me. Don't
no,
put me in that.
maybe not you, but there's other ones that have talked about it. And I think we could probably get like 5 to 7 guys to run a class.
I mean, I think if you're gonna do anything dumb, you might as well go Mud Boss.
No, that's I don't know. That's not oval, dude. So
They run in a circle. That's
yeah.
oval. That constitutes oval.
I think we'd probably be better off running like 12th scale truck. Or maybe 21.5 truck.
I would go with 12 scale truck.
Because no one runs it and it doesn't matter. Is that why?
No, I just think that would be.
Do you have to
'cause
run
you guys
striped
know 12
tires?
scales, kind of.
Do you have to run striped tires?
I think so.
Interesting.
So that's easy.
So we could run our rerun from stock 12 scale. All right.
Exactly.
Could we make it A12? We'll just run A12. Do you think that would matter?
Yes.
What if we didn't?
What do you mean?
What if we just ran A12s?
I know you would be failing, but you would at least be run. You could run it.
We'll
You
probably
could get it to go around.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would be fast.
But what if we were really fast?
You wouldn't be.
How do you know?
I know.
But how do you know?
Because I'm me and I know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, Mr.
Okay.
Mangler.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I think it could work.
I think you're wrong.
We could just hang a lot of lead on one side of the chassis.
Yeah,
No?
Mm.
Why not? All you gotta do is turn left. They turn right and left. So it just seems simpler.
it doesn't work like that.
No?
No, especially with the Automatic C12 where the unsprung weight is like massive.
Yeah?
So if anything, you would probably push really bad.
What?
Yeah.
What if I then put like different springs on one side of the car versus the other?
Well, yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying, it still would probably push.
Yeah?
So,
I don't think it would push.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see.
All right.
Let's think about that. Let's put a think on it. All right.
Let's not, because that's a waste of time.
I actually think if we just got cheap SK cars and they're open wheel and then we just beat the snot out of each other.
That's fine too. I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as a cheap SK car anymore.
No?
No.
How could it not be cheap? It is like, it's basically, it doesn't even have a shock. It has like fuel.
Yeah, I know. But I still think they're like $300.
What?
Yes. Plus the body. That didn't include the body.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I mean, you're going to drop $800 easily just to turn a lap.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And look, here's a thought. Offset front plate and a different rear axle. And maybe a big pinion. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because you like getting stuff cut and made.
Sometimes we do that, you know?
Yeah.
You know? But what do you think if we took an A12 and we like pushed all the stuff to the side and then made the plate all weird? Like it, had like a little T-Rex arm on one side and a big one on the other side.
Then you have to make the dampener big too. Because the dampener would have to follow.
Why does it have to follow?
Well, because then you'd only have dampening on one side.
That's fine.
And that dampener wouldn't be able to handle the load.
You don't think?
No.
Well, if we just put a shock on it, it'll be fine.
Then might as well go buy a regular 12 scale.
Nah. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
We'll figure out something.
We're done.
All right. Yeah, we've killed the show. We started talking about oval. Everyone left.
All right. Thanks,
all right.
everyone. Appreciate it.
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
This guy, I will repeat, this guy beat me. All right. It happened. It was real. But I'm going to do whatever I can to make it never happen again.
Oh, I know what I was supposed to bring up.
Oh, what are you bringing up?
How you were confident in the fact that you were going to be top 5 in all the classes.
When did I say that?
Last podcast.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm so top 5 like every class.
Yeah. Well, I tried. You know.
Yeah. No.
I tried.
So.
Yeah. Look. Oh, everyone remembers last show. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Goat saying this topic doesn't exist. We're just going to leave now.
All right.
All right. Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.